live. Let me just quickly up. Need to update the stream title. But, you know, today, same old Dragalia stuff. But in the meantime...
自分が未熟だと思い知った。侵略の番人として精進しなければ。
There we go. Update the title. We're still a Dragalia category, right? But yeah, in the meantime, hey Shohard, welcome to the stream. We managed to hit 14 Vikings, like, off stream somehow? I don't know why people are I mean, like, I dropped the link in my Discord, but, like, some of the people that actually ended up doing it aren't even on my Discord? So, I'm curious as to... Did they grab the link while I was not streaming or something? I'm not entirely sure. But either way, Lack and Whale was at least one person who signed up for Vikings War of Clans while we were, well, not streaming. And oh wait, yeah, to clarify, we're still, I think we're still technically sponsored for the stream. There won't be a sponsored segment, but you know, disclaimer, like, we're still running the promotion. Also, my chat widget on stream isn't working. That's weird. Hold on. Portrait chat. I don't know why that's not showing. Hold on. Test. There we go. That's showing up. Thanks. Welcome to the stream. Oh, actually, wait. No, it's not showing up because you guys are using commands. God damn it. Commands don't show up in chat. That's why. I don't know why I was getting surprised by that. Oh, I did my daily deal today already. Oh, I also did my standard dailies. But yeah, nothing special. I think we got Pietro today. Got all 3 stars. But today we have the new trial, which I've heard people say is naturally fairly tricky. And Master apparently applies Nihility immediately, so there's no cheesing your way around that. Otherwise, Agato and High Dragon Child dailies have been done. Howdy, Black Mage, welcome. Naha just has quite some hit points in co-op. Ooh. That's not fun. But another thing I want to do is try Mascular and Sinister Dominion. So, oh, but it'll have to be Master, right? So I don't know how that team is set up at the moment. I think I'm running Fjorm, but otherwise, I do need to find that team. God, my teams are a mess. Why am I running Forager Cleo in a co-op slot? When has that ever? I must have been doing it for co-op Lilith back in the day. Right, so this looks like the team. Ooh, we can change this dispel now, right? Do we change it to this? It doesn't matter actually, right? I don't think it matters. Because we want a slightly faster chart. Oh, we have Lapis now. Oh, we can do Lapis dispel. Oh god. That's so much better. Yeah, he's fun. Yeah, Mascula's definitely fun to use on Yauda. How's Raphael in your opinion? Decent for a permanent dragon, but not, you know, if you already run stuff like Thor and non-nihility content, Gala Reborn Jan and anything else, Cupid, for example, Lumia Pandora, if you've got either of those 4, maybe Daikokuten if you're around for the New Year's banners, that kind of thing. If you've got either of those dragons, then like... Is it either? Do you use either for 5? If you've got any of those 5 dragons, then like Raphael's not like super necessary, and like Rashada doesn't have like a huge problem unlocking her sigil like particularly quickly anyway. But you know, Raphael's nice to be like shite. Well, like, kind of nice for a bit of safety. Did the server profile icon always have that little bit of color, or am I only just noticing it now? I changed it on the 2nd of June, so it's been about a week. Japanese female angels have no sense of decency. Mini shorts? Okay. That's a... Now, how do I say this? How much skin somebody chooses to expose or not expose is, frankly... I mean, I get that it's fiction, but you know, the way you handle fiction, I always believe that like the way that you handle fictional issues can reflect on, you know, how you handle non-fictional issues as well. But yeah, I don't judge. There's nothing to be gained. Personally, I'm fine with it. If you were fine with it, would you really call it decency? I don't know. Food for thought. Anyway, while we're here, I want to set up Masculine. I don't know if we want to replace Fjorm. She is the main DPS, but I feel like I don't want to remove... all of these are so good. Like, Tiki's just a nice safe option. Forager Cleo is actually pretty amusing to run, because she's a freebie but surprisingly good, and she also brings defense down. And Fjorm... I don't know, maybe I'm biased. She kind of applies Frostbite, but that's about it. But if I remove Fjorm for Masculine, I feel like the Frostbite uptime suffers for it, which is not ideal. Well, we'll see how it goes anyhow. In the meantime, if I can put the right weapon on him, there we go. Poseidon on him as always. Am I really... Hold on, I just realized. Am I running Leviathan instead of Bunny? Why would I do that? That is curious. Usually I can get away with 2 carries and 2 dead units for medals, but this time around I need 3 built units. Are we talking about Agni's trial? I don't even have... I've stopped, like, farming medals as aggressively in the meantime. Like, I've just been doing a bunch of master clears for now. Because, like, if you really want to farm medals, it actually gets quite time-consuming. Because, like, when you want to bring a team through master, you actually need to... if you want to carry, like, 4-star units through, like, units that haven't been pushed to level 80 and, like, at least 42, 45 MC, depending on the node you're bringing up. Like, it's actually fairly tricky. Like, you actually have to put on decent worm prints and not just slap optimize, which I'm a big fan of. Either way, for Masculine, we can put on crit damage. I don't know if it's still worthwhile to use Frostbite Punisher. I'll do it for now, though. And the final one, typically just Flurry Devastation. I don't even think it's necessary to run... I don't think it's necessary to run Dispel on the healer if this is the case. Because we have Masculine. Masculine should handle that just fine, and if that's the case, then we can stick at least Xander skill on him. Do we just go Xander Karina skill on him? Does that make sense? Oh, I could put overdamage on, actually. Overdamage... Actually, is that useful? I have no idea. The other option is just Xander Karina, because I have no better ideas. Oh, we could run this actually. That could be nice. Another defense down. Yeah. Usually I can get away with 2 carries and 2... Oh wait, yeah, we've gone around this. Only farming a lot of medals in trials since the amount of entries is so limited. Could be a while before I can possibly obtain said medals. Yeah, that is an incentive to try and get them while they're available. In the meantime, though, I technically should be doing... Oh wait, if I do Master Lilith, then I can... Theoretically, I don't have to... take the daily. That is something I can do. But yeah, let's give this a go, because I want to see how Muscular pilots. Focused on getting all the useful stuff from Void Weapons. If there's anything the only thing I got from Void Weapons was mostly the High Dragon Banes. I think once they toned down, or at least once they changed to 2.0, the 2.0 update actually made like not having the bonuses a bit less strict. So like, I don't remember what the... Oh god, I've forgotten how to play this. Like, the dull weapon thing from some Void Dragons, for example. Like, they've reduced the amount by which it removes your strength. It's like, it doesn't affect you as much if you don't have the appropriate bonus. Void weapons. I don't have shields. Ow. Oh no, I have shields. Thank you, Hold. But yeah, if there's one bonus I recommend getting, it's the High Dragon Banes, because, you know, if you're really aiming for all the bonuses and all that stuff, then it is a decent idea to grab that while it's available. Well, not that it doesn't become available, but if you intend to farm all the High Dragons eventually, then farming all the High Dragons approximately, like... Really? Really? Why didn't she... Why didn't she move into the safe spot? Anti-Void Agni for water is a must if you ever need to do them. Yeah, there's the... It's the Scorching Air, right? Is the main thing. There's the skill... I don't know what to call it. Penetration? Because he used to take reduced... Scorch Rend... No, not Scorch Rend. What am I trying to say? Used to take reduced skill damage. Does she have any long super long animations? Not that I know. If she gets her buffs off, then she might try and get an enhanced 4-strike off, but it seems unlikely. It's not something I've ever noticed her trying to do. It's kind of weird. But yeah, the Scorching Air, the AI, they not too great with. They will tend to sort of unga-bunga into it. Oh, Critter! The host for 7 viewers. How you doing, Critter? How you doing? Well, this time... whoever's in the prison happened to be in the right place already, so... hopefully it's not a pattern we continue to see, that whoever's in this will just... whoever gets prison just sits in the lasers. Not particularly helpful. But Critter, how you doing? Were you streaming? I think you were streaming the new Phantasy Star Online, right? I believe they released the... do we call it an expansion? NGS? Something like that. How you doing? Can I shout you out with one hand? I am scared to attempt it, but we can attempt that. Oh, wait. It's not letting me do it. Oh, that's dragon skill. I can't type with my left hand. Oh god. Okay, never mind. Oh Jesus. Okay, I'll handle that once everything has stopped going to shit. Hold on. Woo! But yeah, just doing Master Lilith to hopefully get some masculine footage for the second half. Don't trust my positioning in between those, so... Okay, got the 4-strike off. The one thing I'm really bad at with Rashada is actually making sure that her 4-strike buff is up all the time. Oh, by 4-strike buff, I mean the buff that you access by holding down 4-strike, not an actual buff for her 4-strike. Because if you didn't know, Rashada's 4-strike actually doesn't do any damage. Did that interrupt the stack? Nice. Right, let's get a Dispel. We do not have a shield. Ooh. Okay, healed her with the heals. Candy Prison again. I'm just gonna Dragon Tank. And by tank, it would have been nice to hit both at the same time. Had to switch profiles now, I can watch for realsies. Okay. Hold on. There we go, shout out Gaming Quitter doing the phase change. Yeah, it's Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. That is what I was expecting. I think I've been asked whether or not I'm going to try it out. Phantasy Star Online, like I checked it out, it doesn't really seem like my kind of cup of tea when it comes to like a gameplay perspective. It reminds me a lot of Terra? I don't know if you guys ever played that back in the day. Terra was a... TERA was a sort of MMO with... oh no, I had the attack. Ah! Oh, that really... Oh no, all that time spent getting... pain. All that time spent getting through phase 1, just a flub. I was being greedy trying to get the S1 off in time. Yeah, it's painful. Yeah, it's mildly annoying. But yeah, as I was saying, back in the day, I did play Terra when it was first released. In fact, I even bought the collector's edition of Terra, despite not knowing anything about it. I don't know why, like, 14-year-old me thought that was appropriate, but, you know, it happened, I guess. But yeah, I bought that, and like it... Honestly, I did play it for like a short while, but I think the game did eventually enter like a slow decline. And I believe it eventually went free to play. I mean, I'd already gotten bored of the game at that point though, because while the combat system was pretty like action-y and, you know, engaging, it also meant that the depth was in execution rather than any sort of variety of, you know, what you could do with, you know, skills and abilities, that kind of thing. Which, you know, actually kind of reminds me of Genshin. Because Genshin, like, you know, the characters only have one skill, they've got one burst, and after that, then, like, you know, auto attack strings kind of just chain into each other. And by chain into each other, like, you know, they're really just reskins of the same thing. Very rarely does a character have anything unique with their attacks. And, you know, kind of shows, you know, there's a somewhat lack of variety in Genshin besides character design. I don't know, Genshin seems very much like a thing that's... They just market cute characters, that is mostly it. gameplay-wise itself, like outside of events, is fairly repetitive, is the way I found it. Because like, no, once the events are over, then you just enter the same loop of just, you know, spending your daily resin on domains, do the bosses once per week, which you also have to spend resin for. I'm still mildly annoyed by that. And I don't know, I guess you could argue that Dragalia is honestly not that different, right? Outside of events, you know, it is do your dailies, farm your bosses. Ooh. But you know, even past that, I still find Dragalia a bit more engaging. Oh, and I suppose like they don't really have the whole Melora's dead. Okay. What is with my AI today? Dear. I mean, like, one of the annoying things about Genshin is that, you know, the fact that you have to travel around to reach things sort of introduces an artificial time sink, which is novel when you first start playing the game, but past that, it just becomes a bit of a chore. Like, great, I want to gather fucking Cecilia flowers for Venti for the, you know, 100th time. Yes, I love having to run a lap around a mountain in order to gather his fucking flowers or whatever it is we used to have to do. I mean, like, it's novel the first time, but, you know, when you're doing the same lap for the 5th time that month, you know, you kind of want a button just to skip ticket it. That kind of thing. Stop playing Genshin due to the lack of open world quests. Yeah, I mean, like, there was side quests for a while as well, but, like, yeah. Side quests are not exactly content that keep people coming back, because they're like one and done things, right? Rip Melora. Yeah, I don't know why she just randomly died. I'm not really having too much luck with getting my AI to not eat random attacks. Ooh, I don't have combo time in this team. Okay, slightly less. Why am I dying? Bonk. 68k with Xander skill. Not the best, but... Oh no, that attack... I can... No, I lost my buff. Ah, she's dashing right after. Okay. Candy present just in time. I'm still dying. Jang, please. Jang, please. Jang, please. That's why I run Fjorm. She has a self-heal on her S2. God damn it. Pain. But domestic girlfriend, what's that doing here? I don't know. I just add music I like. I just add music I like to this playlist. You should be able to dispel fine with Mascular. Yeah, it's not dispel that's the problem now. It's because Mascular doesn't have a self heal when Fjorm does. I get chunked way harder than Fjorm does by the corrosion. This is what I get for not spiraling Nurse Aileen. Yeah, to be fair, I haven't actually watched Domestic Girlfriend, so like, if there's any like weird undertones about the series that I should probably know about, then like do pipe up. But either way, I don't know. I feel like it's mostly well received. I have a shield. Tank these. Right, gotta disengage. Everyone's dying. Please, laser. There we go. It's classic incest mixed with a dash of modern incest? Wait, what? Wait, wait, what? Really? What? Is that really true? I feel like those kind of themes normally make things immediately 18, like R18. I'm fairly certain that's not the case. So close to not being able to need a healer and being able to not need a healer in water phase, you mean? Oh wait, yeah, Gelly's a thing. I should run Gelly on this team. Because I did run, I did actually spar her, like, pretty significantly. But, okay, start to get the dispels going. Oh, don't walk away. Oh my god. Can I get a dispel off? Nope, don't trust it. Party people! Hey, good Lightbringer, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, no, ate that attack there. But yeah, if we get 20 sign-ups for Vikings by the end of this stream, then yeah, I will burn through more of my Wormite for people. To be fair, like I don't particularly want Isaac, but if people want the pull content, then, you know. I mean, I'd say put your money where your mouth is, but like, it doesn't even cost you money, just like a bit of bandwidth to install the game. 5 minutes for the tutorial? Like, honestly, the tutorial is pretty fast. Click the glowing buttons. Oh god, am I eating the spin? No, okay. Click the glowing buttons, click the glowing circles, and, you know, you're through in 5 minutes. As soon as the glowing buttons stop, then you're pretty much free to go. And a prison. Do I need a dragon for this? Yeah, we should. My S1's not up. But yeah, this should be the phase change pretty quick. But yeah, I really should run Gelly. I think she is fairly decent for Curse and Hillary content again. There we go, phase change. What game are you talking about, Zeno? Vikings War of Clans, Lightbringer, Vikings War of Clans. You'll notice in the top right, overlapping chat, we've got a little counter, you know, tracking the progress of, you know, how many people have signed up using my affiliate link. You can find that by typing !Vikings in chat. Sign up with that affiliate link, and... Am I dying again? I'm dying again. You know, I figured that I could iframe the red portion of that, because I noticed I did that with Rashada in phase 1. But, Right, I want to change up the second team, actually. I want to run a Galarelli instead of Farja Cleo, I think. But yeah, I should change this Do I run? Do I run? Do I run? I mean, I already have a healer, right? So I can probably get away with running Bunny on Gelly. If you guys want to do co-op. Dumb girlfriend. Goodness. Okay, so the premise of Domestic Girlfriend is the guy sleeps with the girl and has a crush on his teacher, then his dad remarries and his new siblings are the girl he slept with and his teacher. Okay. Okay, so, you know, I wouldn't exactly call that what you called it earlier. But okay. What was I doing here? Gabby. Yeah, apologies for missing the message earlier. There is quite a lot going on here. Do I run standard damage stuff on her? Do I just go like haste and buff skill time? Do we do that? Not entirely sure. So I feel like Gelly actually does moderately okay damage with her S2. But then again, it is her S2, right? Might not be worth it by itself. Bellathorner is what I'm looking for. I cleared Master Lilith with only 3 or 4 stars and 1 5-star. Don't know if you know the full story, but I'm trying to clear both phases of Lilith with Ellie, Zardin, Estelle, and Julieta. Estelle might be rough. Man, I don't know if Estelle can do the healing required, but, you know, give it your best shot. Give it your best shot. I think with this... Oh, come on. We do... Specific water skill haste print. Oh, we only have one. Jaws of the Sun it is, then. If I can find it. Jules? Isn't it normally near the top? Am I imagining things? Oh, I can't spell Jewel. It was... Oh, she's already equipping it. I'm blind. In fact, actually, why don't I try buff skill time in the 5-star slot? Then I can stick more haste here. Is there another... There's another 4-star slot for water, right? Is it beach battle? Is this still useful? More skill haste. Oh. I suppose I'm not running the bow affinity, so that makes sense. In which case... What am I doing here? Let's give her strength. Oh, you need quite a lot of those sword spoons, huh? Let's just do this then. Skill damage. And... Actually, no. Let's just give her X crit for the lulz. This is possibly the jankest thing I've ever done. But... okay. Why'd you use a 3-star buff skill time? Because of the staff affinity. So if you stick... Oh! God, that alert is so loud. But Gaming Quitter! Viking number 15. Thank you for running through the tutorial. Support is much appreciated. That is actually the first stretch goal. The final one I've mentioned is 20. And then we'll consider... well, I say consider, but we'll pull for Isaac if we hit 20. There are additional goals to hit 30 and 40, but it's probably unlikely. Unless... finger poke. But yeah, Jiangxia and Ellie combined might do a better job of helping Massila get through Nihility without, like, additional self-healing. It's rough. Wait, hold on, which prints were those? Okay, why am I running skill damage on... Am I not running standard skill damage on Reese? HP, Dragon, Flashburn, Punisher. Oh my god, I'm doing some weird stuff. Oh, let's run Lapis here. But in the meantime, take this. We get another copy. Guess we'll probably want more copies of this later on anyway, right? Once we start to build out more teams with like 6th and 7th slots. The Axe one is less likely, but I kind of just want to run this 2-print thing. 20 what? 20 signups on Vikings. But if we hit 20, we'll pull for Isaac. But yeah, I've no idea what I'm doing, but I can. This looks like an interesting time waster. Honestly, like I played these styles of games quite a lot in university, and like they're really not. They're not kidding when they say that like it's incredibly social. Like, you know, we meme on these games a lot, but honestly, like Vikings does a much better job of keeping things social compared to like Dragalia, for example. Like, it's a sort of territory control thing. If you do set up a clan, like you end up, you know, taking up a small section of the world map and like migrating everyone together, and it does really feel like, you know, people are doing clan things, and if one person gets attacked, then like you watch the whole clan just like set up you know, arrange revenge attacks, that kind of thing, and they're like, okay, yep, everyone oh, my Asura got interrupted. Arranging like revenge attacks, saying like, hey, everyone, you know, 5 PM, everyone's gonna gang up on this one guy, and like we're gonna send a whole fucking warband to attack this one dude who, like, you know, attacked Quitter during the night or something. That's the kind of thing that used to happen when I played those games. It really does foster a sense of community a lot better than like anything like Dragalia did. And there's, you know, Lapis Scorcher actually putting in work there, which is nice. Okay, I thought that laser might clip me, but we're good. Still doing the dispels. Match with Hilda with Lapis Dispel honestly means that Rashada isn't necessary to an extent. Man, that's kind of scary that a single shared skill like that can, you know, fulfill all your dispel needs. Why'd they think it was a good idea to give Lapis a 5k shared skill dispel? Why'd they make it so cheap? Like, I swear it must have been like a typo on somebody's part, and they're too scared to nerf it afterwards. God. More candy shower stuff. Candy bomb. Thankfully AI gathering for this. Do we still have the... Oh, we almost have it unlocked. Bonk. Okay, we should have the enhanced attack now. Okay. Not that it's necessary, because, you know, that timing. Ooh, she Lapis skilled, like, almost into the lasers, which would have been rough. Okay, I guess that's something to note. It is in fact entirely possible for Hilda to Sudoku if we have unfortunate timing. Why aren't you using S3 to build up Dragon Gauge? Being lazy for the most part. And it's not a huge need for Dragon Gauge at the moment, but... Oh, Sniper Walk! Thank you for gifting Kudo a subscription, it's much appreciated, Kudo. Welcome to the No Fluff Club. Oh, we're at the wrong place. There we go. Bonk. I'm considering just dragon forming. Yeah, let's dragon through this mechanic. Yeah, just take up chat. Just take up for chat space? Nah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're good. Alright, so we have Gelly now. So, hopefully corrosion doesn't kill us nearly as quickly. I'm just gonna drag in again, because I'm lazy. Oh. No, not like this. Okay, the regen's actually putting in work. I'm gonna end up dying anyway. Okay, so it turns out that trying to drag in through that mechanic does not work. Just giving us subbers. Thanks for letting me and Planet Eggs talk in chat. That's okay. Like, you honestly, it's not necessary. This is an open forum. Just watching me being Papega and Master Lilith. You know, I'm doing this just to get fucking masculine footage for well, I say potential, but upcoming video, right? Spoilers. God, why do I make it so difficult for myself? Okay, we're good. Rashada is at least decently tanky, so I don't have to worry too much about, like, eating the occasional puddle, but... Whoop. God, that alert is so loud. I really should turn it down, but... Black Mage? Black Mage, thank you for signing up, becoming a Viking. Viking number 16. The adventure continues. Probably don't need to roll twice, but I'm being kind of extra safe. 4 more and he pulls for Isaac. Yeah, you... There's just one little incentive, pulling for Isaac, and you guys are like, oh, let's fucking go! Let's get in the circle. I used to live on mobile games. Yeah. Like, at the very least, though, Vikings isn't too... Actually, no, I think I did bring up, like, I didn't think it had gacha mechanics, but somebody told me that it did have gacha mechanics, much to my surprise. You wouldn't think it's the kind of game that does have that kind of mechanic, but apparently not. Or apparently so. Oh, I can hit both. Ah, that feels good. Okay. Schwann's on eating mechanics again. No. There's the bunish. Oh, Cypher him that instead. Oh, there's a phase change. Games that want you to spend as much time as possible playing them are a pet peeve of mine because they're the only games I could play. Yeah, I mean, like, that's sort of a natural side effect of, you know, just free-to-play games, generally. Like, they want to convert you into a paying customer, right? That is their method of survival, I suppose. I feel like you don't really want to use S1 outside of your Master Control buff, but... Oh, got a Demolish interrupting stuff instead. I'm still dying! So I'm gonna Dragon, and hope that I get some healing in the meantime. I think I need to stick this through. Bonk. I keep losing my defense down to the... Ooh. Oh no, my buffs just fell off as well. That's actually pretty bad. Okay, no, I really should have just Dragon for that instead. Now, my main healer's dead. Very good. We might still make it through. I'm not 100% sure, but I can't make stupid mistakes. Okay, never mind. Galli's also dead. Ah, I should have just Dragon for it, huh? Either way though, that phase 2 was going pretty quickly. We chewed through most of it in about 2 minutes. Yeah, they need to make the thing you pay for worth it, and sucking you into a long grind is a terrible way to do it. I mean, there's two ways of... There's a few different ways of looking at it, right? Because, like, the monetization of mobile games is... You know, something you want to do tastefully, but what constitutes as acceptable can vary by, you know, who you ask. Because there's some ways of monetizing that some people agree with, some who don't. You'll frequently hear words like pay to win, you know, pay to skip being done for these. And then there's the there's the other thing as well. There's like paying for cosmetics, which is always cool. Paying for cosmetics is cool in games where, like, you know, things are more social, but unfortunately Dragalia is not really it doesn't feel like a very social game. Like, even alliances and stuff, like, they feel a bit meh. You know, you can kind of say things there are cosmetics nowadays with the addition of weapon skins, but for some reason side games decided that making them free was a good idea. Now, yes, it's consumer friendly, but frankly, I would have preferred it if they were a bit more selfish this time around. Because, like, it feels like... is it a Nintendo thing? Is that why they didn't make it a paid thing? Either way, like, the way that monetization is done at the moment in Dragalia is... Well, I wouldn't really call it pay to win. You do get new units out of it, but, you know, the value for money that you get, like the number of pulls you get for the dollars you spend, honestly doesn't feel worth it a lot of the time. It's like, you know, I don't typically value my purchases in terms of like pulls, because I typically don't spend diamantium on pulls. But you know, I think it's approximately like $30 to $40 per tenfold, something like that. And like a single tenfold in this game, you know, due to natural variance and what happens when you put RNG and game mechanics, has the potential to get you not a whole lot in general. Like, if you get a min pull out of your 1200 diamantium, you end up with like how much? Like 5k Old Water to show for it? I mean, I don't know. I suppose my perspective is that of a long-term player, right? Like, if you're a new player, that tenfold is getting you potentially 10 new units, or dragons, that kind of thing. But, like, there's very little incentive for long-term players to spend unless, you know, they're a collector, right? And that is the main thing, I guess? Like, there's very little need to pay for meta characters if you've got a decent roster, until they start to introduce stuff like hit count checks in I Have Not Have, for example, which is the one thing I kind of want to say. I mean, that's kind of how things have ended up for legend fights, right? Like, Masculus ended up being, you know, designed around the hit count mechanics in Legend Twins. But, you know, we already have a unit that fulfills a similar role in Lapis. You know, high hit count, dispel spammer. But, you know, without the safety of being a Gala unit with dual resistances. Is the main thing, for the most part. Why am I dying again? Why is Gelly dying? Jang! Jang, do your job! Oh my god. Okay, we should be about to hit break as well. Break into Dragon Skill, into Unga Bunga. Okay, there wasn't a whole lot of Unga Bunga ready. Because the problem with Mascular is Dragon Form cancels the majority of your buffs, right? Can't see through giant laser show. Can't see. Did that hit for decent? 125k on Xander in Curse Nihility content is fairly good. Oh, 8 an attack there. Animation times. Okay, we're good. Can I finish with the nest 2? I think Gelly finished it instead. Yeah. Still, fairly fast phase 2. Just have to drag in at certain parts of the fight because Jang. It feels like Jang. Yeah. Even with this team, Jang and Gelly dropped to like ridiculously low levels of hit points. Wonder what the game would be like if they never got rid of Prince in the summoning pool. Ugh. I honestly, Worm Prince in the summoning pool generated a lot of salt, a lot of rage. Because, you know, they depleted the same pity that you'd build up for characters. But, you know, you got a lot less value out of them. Yeah, I don't think this game could have survived if they kept prints in the pool. Did we see... I'm actually interested in, you know, seeing the spending, like the revenue data. Were people more willing to spend on pools if, you know, after worm prints were removed? I don't know. It's hard to say because, like, obviously I think worm prints were removed actually fairly early on in the game's lifetime. Actually, I think it was removed before even first anniversary. So, like, even, you know, the fact that most of the game's revenue would have been coming in those previous months anyway, I think it's probably be hard to correlate removing worm prints with increased revenue, because obviously the revenue is going to be decreasing anyway naturally as, like, people's, how to say it, like, honeymoon phase begins to end. Wow, dragon fruit. God, it's so pointless getting dragon fruit from the prize showcases now. Like, these feel very much like new player bait. When super speed clear of Aya Otto Legend? It sounds like effort, Kudo. I don't like effort. Effort's hard. Effort causes pain, Kudo. For me, that's when I get Gala Poseidon. Yeah, God, Gala Dragons are just becoming ridiculously good nowadays. Except Agni. Agni and Mars are still kind of, yeah. Print art would have to be amazing for them to keep it in the gacha pool. Who gets prints for that art? I mean, I buy all the prints anyway, because, like, you don't want to be unequipped or insufficiently equipped for something. Actually, saying that, I bet I get all the limited prints. I don't get every print. Some prints I don't get because they're a bit pointless. Actually, let's see which prints I haven't gotten. I can justify why I haven't gotten them. Oh, Gauge Accelerator, no. Get this print. Everything else though, Bleeding Punisher, it only goes up to 8%. God, it's so weird. Stunned Punisher, barely stun anything. And when you do, duration short, uptime not great. Wand recovery potency. I'm not cool enough to try and heal on a wand. But who does heal? Is it like Miriam? Xena? Actually, does Miriam heal? Bleeding Punch goes up to 4%. That's even worse. Have a listen off stream? Okay. Thank you for the link. I will... Does it start auto-playing? It just opens, right? Okay. So it's opened the link. I will hold on to that. Thank you, Black Mage. My monitor just black screened. Okay, we're back. I mean, if they wanted to keep prints in the gacha pool, they would have put more effort into them. Yeah. But honestly, I'm fine with the system as it is right now. Dragon damage, 4-star print. I mean, I think I already have a dragon damage print, and it has dragon's affinity. I feel like there's not really too much incentive to run a print without dragon affinity at the moment, unless you're just trying to run a dragon build. I don't know. If it's worth running dragon damage in your 4-star slot, you probably want to run the rest of the dragon prints as well, right? And then we've got Wand recovery potency. Like, so the healers we've got, like, Miriam, Xena, Gala Cleo has a regen. I'm sure there's more. Fallen Wings is trash. Yeah, we really have no incentive to run this over, you know, the other existing print, because the lack of affinity... I mean, I don't know, maybe if you're an Azazel fanboy, who are you going to use for Asura Syndom? That's a good question. Vanessa specific on how you want to build her. I don't use Dragon Affinity prints with her. Vanessa. But you build dragon damage on her without the affinity? I suppose... No, actually, I don't know. Because, like, the reason you might run this is if it has like higher strength than the affinity print. So like if Fallen Wings has higher strength than the existing 4-star print, I kind of want to compare that now. I want to double check. Let me just go to the Dragalia Lost Wiki. Because the main reason you do that is if we can actually change the background here. Get rid of that. One prints. Because with the Agato weapons getting extra slots, you do have a bit more freedom in how you do your prints. You're not locked into the same print setups that we used to be, you know, with the weapon-specific skill damage print in the 5-star slot. Because if you can get away with the Agato prints, not Agato prints, like the Sinister Dominion print and like a 4-star skill damage print, then, you know, you might see yourself slotting in a dragon damage print. Yeah, I used the full 4-strike affinity for Vanessa due to a good 4-strike kit. Ooh. Actually, that's pretty curious. But is 4-striking really such a big part of Vanessa's, like, overall damage? Let's see, a list view. Oh, it has to reload again. So we're looking at 4-star prints, right? For dragon damage. Is there a specific... dragon damage is the same one. So we've got Fallen Wings, dragon damage. And then we've got Entwined Flames, dragon damage. Fallen Wings even has less strength. This isn't a limited print, right? Obtained from Dragon Trials, permanent. Why wouldn't you run this then? You don't really have a reason to run Fallen Wings over Entwined Flames at all. She does extra damage, 4-strike damage when she buffs herself, and more 4-strike damage against debuff foes. Oh. Because I know S2 reduces defense, S1 gives you the buff. Oh, she just gets straight up 40% 4-strike damage. I figured it was only like... I figured it was just buffed. It was the 4-strike buff. Yeah, in fact, she's always had increased 4-strike damage. It's kind of weird. Black Mage Beta redeemed squats, of course. Julietta's 4-strike still deals more damage. Julietta's 4-strike is pretty massive, isn't it? Like, I feel like it's something like 1.5 or 2k, but still didn't put... she still doesn't sim well with that, though. Like, it's kind of strange. But, you know, reality and the sim often differ quite a bit. Yeah, S1... Yeah, 1.5k. Anyway, squats. Squats? Squats. Squats. Do I need to move my mic closer? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's the squats. I mean, you can finally take advantage of more than one affinity bonus with Sinister Dominion. I mean, it was always possible to run 2 affinities on supports, like the Bow's Boon, Staff's Boon for skill haste and buff skill time. But yeah, like none of these are worth using. 3-star prints, I think I already had all of them from drops anyway. But Flurry Strength, we already have a print for that. Striker Strength, not relevant for like the majority of content. Resilient Offense, same thing. Stun Punisher, we've already explained why that's bad. Striking Haste, we already have the other prints for those. Actually, no, I don't have a 5-star non-event Striking Haste print, but Striking Haste is very... it's very niche. And then dragon damage print, I believe I already have a 5-star one? Maybe? I probably do. Oh, that Striking Haste comes with Broken Punisher boon. But I think it takes 4 prints with Broken Punisher to actually activate the affinity. If I remember correctly. Let's see. Axe's boon, yeah, 4 of them. And like the actual prints with Axe's boon they're all kind of a bit doo-doo. Honestly. Broken Punisher, okay. But Striker Strength and Last Defense. Like, you need to run 4 of these prints. 4 Strike plus, Broken Punisher, we already have one of those in 5-star. Healing Double Buff, not always relevant. Maybe if we see, like... If we see like a Sinister Dominion thing, like Axe Psalm? Because we have the Sword Psalm ability on the Dominion prints where, you know, if you have a Sword's boon print, then it ups the count by like 3. If we had that for Broken Punisher, in fact, if we had that for a lot of affinities, that would be pretty sick. If we get a Crowned Psalm, for example, then all of a sudden, like, these 30% skill damage prints suddenly become like a lot more interesting, right? Because these are... You basically don't want to run these at all, unless you're Blade, in which case you don't have any choice. But if we look at 4-star prints, like, there's no way in hell you're going to run... how many of these? You need 4 of these for 10% skill damage. There's no way in hell you're going to run healing prints for skill damage. Last Defense very rarely comes into practice. Last Defense is even more niche. Life Shield Prep, like, these are all defensive abilities, like 20% skill prep. You don't run that very often. Maybe if you're trying to, like, massage AI timings for, like, time attack stuff. Yeah. Oh, Angie, welcome to the stream. Squat, Mecap Squat? That's Mecap Squat. Oh, it's Squat M. It's not Mecap Squat. Mecap Squat's not not an emote, surprisingly. But yeah, the Broken Punisher prints I use on Alphonse are Striking Haste, Broken Punisher 5-star, Sinister Dominion, and 4-stroke Broken Punisher. Are there Sinister Dominion prints with Axe's boon, actually? No, because I haven't really been noting most of the boons on those. Swap to a team with those slots. I still have open slots on these as well. Not great. But if we look at these... There's a skill damage one. Okay, that actually might kind of be worth using. As we get more, it might not be as bad. Just tell Akada to give us a 20% Crown Boon skill damage print. Honestly, that would be... With Crown Psalm, oh my god. No, seriously, Crown Psalm, I think, would crack open... I think, honestly, like... Just the existence of... Is it this one that has Sword Psalm? No, it's the one with the bow affinity, right? Just the fact that something like this can exist? God, I wonder what kind of weird jank-ass builds people are going to come up with if, like, other Psalms exist. Decade with the daddy. Still waiting for Dragon Psalm? That'd be busted. Oh, that'd be wild. That would be wild. Because then, like, no, all you'd need is, like, one single other print. And then suddenly you got 30% dragon damage. Yeah, no, that would be nuts. Because with the Dragon Psalm, all you'd need is, like, I don't know, Entwined Flames, and bam, you suddenly got, like, plus 40% dragon damage. Wowee. not universally busted. There's not always fights where you're free to dragon, 24/7. Like Tartarus being one, you got to save those dragons. Depends if you have a reliable way of generating dragon gauge, I guess. Alberius of Dragon Salm, GG. Oh, I don't even have Alberius. 6-star print with critical damage double buff. Oh, that would be wild. Wait, does Feline already reach the cap by itself? Or is that... Could we go even further beyond? That is the question. Oh, it does. It's already max 15%. Could you imagine if they... Just realized today is 6/9 in the US. White PP lemons, please. Amp extender prints. Whew, that'd be weird. There's more prints you want to run in 5. But could you imagine one day if we just look at this print, we see nothing's changed except the max percent. It says like max 25% instead. What do you think? What kind of reactions do you think we'd see if that cap suddenly changed with like no announcement, no bells and whistles? They're just like, oh, we're just gonna up the cap to 25%. Why everyone wants longer duration amp time? Well, it's only applicable to units that apply amp, right? And for the most part, the amp duration's only really relevant once you start to get to the team ones, because everything else, you don't really have an issue with it expiring before you can get another cast of it off. Yeah, amp is a team effort, because like, the solo amps, like solo amp 1 level 1 and level 2, they both have like 60% 60-second durations, right? More often than not, you're refreshing those before that 60-second duration ends. And due to the way the amp resets duration instead of stacking, I feel like extra amp time actually gets wasted. Unless you're refreshing at the very end of that extended duration, right? If that were to exist. But yeah, only water can reach team amp level 3 comfortably at the moment, and team level 3 is very good. I mean, you saw how quickly like the water phase of Sinister Dominion went there. That was pretty fast. And like, well, to be fair, my light team actually might be really jank. Yeah, 60% strength for a whole minute. I mean, like, when you get to level 3, that's when you might want extra amp duration, because that's when it starts to extend the timer, depending on, like, your max team amp level. That's when it starts to extend the timer instead of refreshing it, right? Melora would be better as Julie. Richie! I like the defense down there. One last thought I keep having, what do we do with Gauge Inhibitor? Thanular Rex 50% or more. Oh god, gaming quit with the squads. Alright. But yeah, I don't know. Gala Prince, his amp being tied to his S2. Kind of sucks. I mean, it's nice if you want to get fast amp though, because his amp is like time limited by his S2 recharge rather than like the artificial time restrictions we get with a lot of other strength amp stuff. Then like, if you run skill prep and force charge on Guden, you can actually rush out strength amp pretty quickly. If you run multiple Gudens, it's pretty weird. Zeno, what is this Monka team? This is my solo Lilith team. Is it really that bad? That hurts to hear. But yeah, today is squats day. The people have spoken. Here we go. 1, 2. I thought it was a scuffed auto comp. Oh my god, is my team really that bad? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sounds like you get rid of DPS to get DPS through AMP? I don't know, it was kind of funny anyway. It didn't actually improve anything, because we ran this kind of comp with Mechaf. We did a bunch of like 4... I think it was like, no, 3 Gyud and 1 Hilda clears of Master Lilith. With 3 Gyudens that ran like dragon damage. And like the whole skill prep force charge stuff. It cleared in roughly the same time as your typical DPS setup on Gyuden, so frankly, it it didn't really do anything useful, but it was fun to do. Anyway, no, I was asked what team I'd run for Asura, and like the short answer is I have no idea. I haven't really thought about it too much, right? But it's Shadow, right? Shadow. I'm definitely running Gala Alex. I just like Alex as a character, and the fact that Gala Alex can be played again is great, because, you know, Kaiyan's been... like, especially, like, Master and Legend Kaiyan have not been particularly Galax-friendly. You know, so, like, since the release of those fights, Galax wasn't really used through, used for, you know, relevant meta content, so it's been a while since then. But if we look through the Shadow roster... let's see. Delphi could be a good option. Defense down, poison. But, yeah, Delphi might be good. Nefaria. Depends how much we need Dispel. But given that Grace exists... oh no, Grace isn't going to be run. We might... but, okay. So, no Grace. Belina is also out as a result. Veronica's in a similar thing. Patia dead to Curse Nihility almost instantly, but I'm sure there's people in the community that are gonna try and get like they're gonna try and get medals for Patia anyway. What about Joker? Yeah, I'm just going through like top to bottom at the moment. But yeah, Joker's definitely on the list there as well. Like, he should be pretty good. I'm not actually sure about Heinwald. Heinwald's S2 is all about strength buffing, right? Came with a weird Uden build. Alberius? Alberius dispels... Alberius is dragon damage dispels? Was it dragon skills? I'm not entirely sure. But as a result, like... both of Alberius' skills dispels, Shadow Blight and Poison. Does he poison too? I thought it was just Shadow Blight. I think it's S1 Shadow Blights? Let me double check. I don't think he poisons too. He's got a chance to stun. So S2 has a chance to stun, which... happens once. Once in a while. S1 Shadow Blights. The chance to stun is weird. It's because it's Midgard Swarmer. I think it's mostly a flavor thing, honestly. Joker without attack rate is a sitting duck when using skills. Oh, his skills are going to be super slow, aren't they? God, Joker's S1 takes like a year and a half to come out, actually. That could be an issue. Just means you need to learn learn the fight just a tiny bit to figure out when to use S1. Stun Tartarus with Fritz sometimes, it's funny. You run Fritz? Oh boy, that's juicy. Honestly, you don't see too many people running like creative units nowadays. But you know, seeing some variety is nice. You know, Althemia is actually. I shouldn't have pressed that button. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? I hit back so it's saved too. Ah, shit. Alright, well, this Papega team is broken. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, Shadow Roster anyway. I can just hit preferred next time I do Lilith, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, no, Joker S1, painful. That could mean that he's painful to learn with. Billionaires dead without Life Shield. Unless we suddenly got a shield spammer. It only saves when you go out. Yeah, I already accidentally went out, so yeah, because I have shortcuts. I have swipe shortcuts to exit, and so like the first swipe to kill, to back out, also automatically hits back, which is not great. Either way, Gala Cleo in her current state is going to be dead for Sinister Dominion. If she gets a spiral that changes things. Our shield spammer for Shadow heals, remember? Wait, we have a shield spammer? I mean like standard... Oh, Edward! Summer Verica S1? Wait, does she apply shield? Or is that a new thing? Is that with the spiral? It's with the spiral, right? It's with the spiral. Oh my god. Really? I didn't check it out properly. So, let's see. Blindness Cure, Regen, Strength, Shield, Over Damage. Jesus. Oh my god. She's so stacked. We're still talking about her S1, right? God, quitter in your thumbnails. Oh my god. As a helper too? Oh, that's also relevant. She applies lifesteal, so she's incompatible with Veronica and Billionaire. That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, Billionaire can get over it, right? They can use an S2 once in a while. Veronica... Actually, Veronica slowly chews through her hit points. But, you know, I think Angie mentioned earlier that, like, Veronica, even at max hit points, Veronica still actually hits a fair amount. 3 hits of 600%, roughly, 1 hit of 700%, that is 2.5k at base. Instead, if it's a poison target, then that's 2,900, almost 3,000%. Yeah, you know what? Veronica at full hit points, 3k S1, that's perfectly fine. We can use an ability prince. Oh, you mean corrosion, right? That might work. That might work. It'll tamp down your hit points just a bit. Oh, if... Something to consider. Not something I can probably do, though, considering... let's see, how far can I push Verica? God damn it, I can't even see how many materials I have. 28. And... 14. So I could probably get her to, like... here. I don't think I could upgrade the S... No, probably, like, not even that. Yeah, I don't think I had ×2. I might not have had... Oh, maybe I did. Either way, I don't think my Verica S1 is going to be upgraded by the time it's relevant, so I think I'll very much be relying on Angie for some of Verica goodness. You and Mogi missing out? Yeah, just a bit. What content is the team you're building for? We're currently looking at potential Sinister Dominion units for when Asura gets released. Let's see. Dragon Yule Victor. Okay, no, I completely skipped over Xena, but I'm sure some people will try and make her work. No, she applies a regen. S1 fairly basic. S2 surrounding enemies take damage. A chain capability of granting regen, like it. Actually, because it's a chain capability, it might still activate. But let's see. She grants. I'm actually not too sure if that's available. That 4-strike buff. But all it grants is regen, right? Even if some of Erica didn't have all that extra G's on S1, I'd still have double-chested it because I don't have access to overdamage otherwise. Is water time attack before Sinister Dominion? I want to say they... Okay, so Angie apparently knows. I do not. But... yeah, I don't think... I'm sure somebody will try and run Xena. But let's see. Dragon or Victor, buff zone heavy, probably not gonna be used. Grace is kind of pointless if life shields get wiped. Some of Erica, you know, the go-to healer nowadays. Sazanka, though. Depending on the size of Asura, Xena might be okay. Special 4-strikes aren't affected by Lilith, as shown by Lightholder. I think that's not universally the case, I believe. There are some 4-strike buffs that do get wiped, but like if it's a special 4-strike, oh wait, yeah, if it's a special 4-strike entirely, then yeah, that might stay. I want to sneeze. Okay, next. Natalie? Natalie is another enmity unit, right? But she grants herself shield? Removes all debuffs? Removes all debuffs? Hold on. Would that remove nihility? It removes nihility? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh my god. Silas can cleanse nihility as well? Oh my god. So skill shift gets wiped by nihility. But yeah, so 4-strike upgrades are wiped like Flare, but skill shift is wiped. But Silas removing nihility I wasn't too aware of either, but that doesn't really come into play. But if you cleanse nihility, then you get skill shift. But if you cleanse nihility, you can use... I was about to say you can use Grace, but Grace will probably just end up dying. Grace will probably just fucking die. Curious. There is some potential here. There is some potential here. Botan, bleed, strength buff. Probably not going to be used. Shell is basically budget Gala Cerise, so probably not going to be used. Lathna might work, but she needs a poison enabler. I can see Lathna being useful. Berserker... I know he gives himself like a hit point buff and a fairly basic S1, something like that. S1 strength debuff, okay. S2 hit point, oh, strength. I think the strength buff is new. It used to only be a HP buff. But I'm sure someone who's memeing could probably run through with Berserker. But yeah. I think other DPS do more damage than Natalie since she only has 1 damage skill. I mean, Natalie's whole shtick was that if you got her to low hit points, then she'd completely, you know, throw things off. But if we go to the DPS sim real quick and we just figure out... yeah, Reese has one skill and she's a staple. There is that. If we ignore the fact that I've been looking at water blades, be much appreciated. Ignore that. Yes, yes. Like, you know, sim's not terribly accurate, but because it's... Actually, let's see what kind of setup they're using. Why the hell are they using Valentine's Chelsea? Cleanse Nihility not implemented, but they're aware that it's a thing. Don't know the technical details. What's their S1 potency at? Click the tab. Wait, which tab? 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 You clicked it? Oh, what, the curse nihility? No, it's nihility DPS. Okay. Still okay. But like, I don't know what conditions this assumes, though. That's the thing. It's assuming 100% poison and Shadow Blight uptime, which is wild. Oh, Divergent shields can stack with ordinary shields, so that does mean that she can hit, you know, she can take damage multiple times. Both her skills are full of buffs that are just going to be wiped. Yeah, I mean, the fact that she grants herself energy is not great. But, you know, S2 removes all debuffs. I mean, like, the best time to use this is just... I mean, it's only a 20% buff, 15 seconds. Basically, just try and time this to use it after Nihility gets applied. I'm talking about Cleo. Are we talking about Gala Cleo, I assume? Or Standard Cleo? I mean, Standard Cleo has a Dispel 4 Strike. And defense buff. But yeah. I mean, like, yeah, the thing is you'll need a healer for the rest of the team and will by extension heal Natalie. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from using S2 again, because the thing about Natalie is that her S2 drops her hit points to 20% every time. If it's above 30%, that is. Does life still get wiped by Nihility? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Because I think we'd see that if it was... Because we've used some of Erica already for Thor's trial, right? I'm fairly certain the life steal sticks through that. Yaten kinda dead for Nihility stuff. Energy here, energy there. Nevin also possibly dead. Strength buff zone. Yeah. Nevin, I don't know. Nevin was kind of meh when he first arrived anyway. Weird how he gets hit even though Rashad is unscathed. Yeah. I mean, he's a sigil adventurer like any other. But, you know, his unique shtick is that he's got a buff zone, which is... Why do you have a 5-star Vice? Vice used to be one of the top Shadow DPS when spiraled. So, you know, this is a side effect of that. They nerfed him afterwards, but anyone that had a Vice spiraled received the materials used. Yeah, he used to be, I believe he used to be like on par with Gala Alex. So you'd run a Vice on like solo teams or something like that. But yeah, I think he got nerfed with 2.0. Fairly minor nerfs though, I think. He's still okay. But Valentine's Addis is Probably Belina syndromed. S1, Enmity. Oh, actually, no. He's not too different from Natalie in that he can lower his own hit points, but the difference is that he doesn't cleanse debuffs. It's kind of weird how they made Natalie cleanse debuffs. Westnerf was poison on skills, it ruined him? You mean like too many people with poison? He over poisons. Ah. Wait, did they add poison on his skills for 2.0? Did it not poison before? Either way, we've got Audric, who have to go for now. No worries, no worries. That's a drop in by Sniper War. He was good because he was able to control poison with 4-strike, and then they added poison on his... Did they add poison on his S1 or 2.0? Can we crit machine while in Dragon? Because he already has reduced... Does he already have reduced Dragon defense? There's something weird going on with him, right? Cursed Blood. Budget Alberius. If Nidhogg has particularly good damage, though, Audric being able to soak a hit and, like, with the 30% reduced defense, being able to drop Dragon that much sooner could be pretty interesting. Let's see. Orion... Blindness. Okay, that's never working. Skill prep. Orion doesn't have a spiral, does he? I don't think I remember one ever being added. Summer Patty is bad over poison. I mean, at least she has the whole strength buff if poison fails to apply. Oh, right, but if Nihility is a thing, it isn't passive? Yeah, I mean, it applies a strength buff, right? So it's not going to apply for Nihility. For Nihility, she's still bad. Yeah, I mean, like, the main thing she does is enable poison in situations where I believe Curran wouldn't. If you want poison, use Delphi. Yeah. Because Delphi has also got the defense down. While Delphi just does less upfront damage, like, he grants a lot more... He enables a lot more team DPS with the defense down. Kleiman, I believe he loses some of the bonuses from his insanity thing, or whatever that buff is he gets from his spiral. Norwin... I don't remember what he does. Blindness, poison foes take extra damage. Okay. Poison foes take extra damage. No. Natural punishes on his skills, but what's the rest of his kit? Blindness equals team strength, that is dead. Blinded Punisher. Oh my god. Has the highest poison chance in the game with his passives? Yeah, he's also got the poison edge thing going on, right? Actually, is it poison edge? Or does he actually have abilities that also buff his poison chance? I can't type. Let's see. Poison edge. Oh, and he's got even more poison edge with Flurry. Oh my god. He's like a crappy Nefaria? I think Delphi has more utility compared to Nefaria nowadays. Like, Nefaria wants to spam her 4-strikes as part of her... Oh, Norwin. Right, yeah. No, Norwin's trash. Norwin's terrible. We don't talk about Norwin. God, no. Norwin... Yeah, I guess he was like some sort of attempt at a budget Nefaria, but given that so few things actually get blinded. And then, like, no, Nefarious Spiral removed her dependence on blinding enemies to get, like, Punisher effects. But, you know, Norwin has yet to get that treatment. I don't know if Alex is any good. Defense reduction... Oh. Broken Punisher on S2. Curious. Poison on S1. Blindness resist. Oh, skill damage. And skill haste. She's got full blind res. I thought story characters don't... I don't know. I guess Alex is slightly different. Maybe usable. Makes them miss. Yeah, if you do manage to blind a boss, there's like it adds a 50% chance for their hits to miss, which actually wasn't always a good thing. I think there's a mechanic in Master High Jupiter, for example, that like... I think if there's a certain mechanic in High Jupiter that misses because of blind, then it just straight up kills you. Something like that? There's something weird going on there. Durant... Last time blind was relevant was early expert Kai. Oh, what, to like try and have a chance of the room-wide blast missing? Durant... Okay, no, Durant's not gonna get used. He's literally got 2 buff skills. That's not gonna work. How's Vida? She might actually be okay, because she's got a special 4-strike, right? I don't know if the 4-strike damage buff is going to stick around there. That might not work. Rodrigo! I believe he used to be like a cheap poison... Oh, wait. Does Rodrigo have a spiral? Am I missing something? We used to see Rodrigo shared skill all over the sim, right? Yeah, it has a spiral. Poisons on spiral. Okay, so it used to be 6k cost. So it used to be a cheap poison applicator. Nefari has a 110% chance to inflict something. You mean blind? I mean, the way that afflictions work in this game, 100% chance does not necessarily mean that it's guaranteed. I don't know why I went to blind instead of area, but enemies also have their own resistances. And the chance to apply gets reduced by that resistance, right? And every time you do successfully apply that affliction, then their resistance increases. It goes up by 5% for DPS afflictions such as like burn, poison, frostbite, that kind of stuff, like damage over time ones. And then for everything else, that's like stun, sleep, blind, that kind of stuff, I believe the resistance goes up by 20% every time you apply it. But the point I'm getting at is, let's say that it's 70% poison at 4 hit points is 130%. If the boss has like 90% of poison resist, for example, let's say you've applied poison 18 times in the fight already, that actually gets subtracted. And so what happens is that becomes 40% chance. For real? Yes. Affliction resistances go up as you continue to apply that affliction. Then what's the point of afflicting anything? Because during that window where that affliction is active, you have access to punishers. So like, you want to apply some affliction stuff, but you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to have like 4 characters applying poison, for example, because then you're like cap out the boss's poison resistance in like, 20 seconds. And then you lose your poison punisher print abilities, that kind of stuff. So if the boss's affliction resistance is 100%, then they have 4 resistance, even if you've got like 200% application chance. Yeah. It's your affliction chance minus the foe's resistance, except if the foe's resistance is at 100%, then is then you automatically get a 0. So, like, most bosses, for example, they'll start a fight with, like, I don't know, 99% sleep resistance, for example. You apply sleep once, and then their resistance increases, and, you know, that's your one sleep application for the fight. Do Punisher skills apply per reflection or per effect? They don't stack for multiple applications, if that's what you're asking. So if you've got like 5 stacks of poison on a boss, for example, you still only benefit once from Poison Punisher. But if you have like multiple Punishers going on, let's say you have both like Poison and Shadow Blight Punisher on, then like those bonuses are additive. So like if you've got 30% Poison Punisher and 25% Shadow Blight Punisher, then that adds together for a 55% Punisher bonus if they are both active. They're not multiplicative, so it doesn't scale crazily. Anyway, while we're at it, Zace? I don't think is going to be all that useful. Blindness again? Okay. I think we've seen enough. Would Gala Shell be good? I think she would. There's a... I think there's a decent chance. There's a decent chance. She'll work great with Summer Varrica. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Shell should be fine. Lifesteal per hit. I mean, overdamage is scaled on the strength of the initial hit anyway, so, you know, there's nothing particular about Shell that makes her any better with overdamage than anyone else. All our utility is done better by other units. I mean, if there's hit counts in Asura. If there's hit count checks in Asura, then suddenly everyone's gonna want Gala Shell again, right? There's Edward. Grants a shield. Does he have a spiral? He's a fairly no-frills healer. Taro actually used to be okay, didn't he? S1 damage and bleeds. I think the bleed is new. I think that was introduced with 2.0. And then we've got Vania. I should level her. You know, strength amp unit, she'll probably be fine. She'll probably be fine. Taro, good? Okay, Grandpa, let's get you back to bed. Vania seems bad. I mean, I think that's the case for a lot of amp units, right? They seem so-so until Nihility content comes around, and then they're suddenly okay. But otherwise, they're just so-so. Because, like, if you make them too good for Nihility content, you risk trivializing the content if there's amp units in the fight. It's like there's a fine balancing act. If you make amp units too good in the presence of Nihility, then, like, you end up trivializing the fight for Nihility units, or if you make them okay, just because of strength amp and stuff like that, then you end up making it possibly too bad. I mean, like, it depends on how you balance strength amp characters, right? Summer Ranzel kind of useless. We still don't... Wait, Summer Ranzel? Grill Master? Fucking Grill Master. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no, Child Ranzel is... questionable. Yeah, Summer Ranzel's a Water Blade. I actually have him maxed for, 49. Okay, so I don't have the Damascus node on him. I only ever used him for backline. Because he's got hit points on his backline, which I think... I don't remember who I used it for. But, like, I think I used Summer Ranzel because... I don't think I had Valerio at the time. I didn't have Valerio at the time, and so I think Summer Ranzel was possibly my best water blade. Because I think the hit points from Summer Ranzel chain ability was better than Summer Celiara. No, just standard Celiara. I don't know what Celiara's chain ability is. I think it's something weird like Glass Defense again. Or like Flame Res at below a certain number of hit points. Let me just double check. No, we're not looking at Ranzel, we're looking at Summer Celiara. And her chain ability, yeah. So that is completely dead most of the time. And then Halloween Akasha wasn't a thing when I played water units. And Jirota Frostbite equals Flame Resist was even less useful. Is Blade Celiara limited? Kind of? Because she's from a raid event, right? I don't know if that's in the compendium. Is it in the compendium? It's been rerun at least once. It isn't. What? Really? Yeah, so Blade Celiara was from the first ever raid event. So like if you started playing after that, there was no way to get Celiara until they rerun the event, and for some reason they waited ages. They waited ages to rerun it, and they still haven't added it to the compendium. You'd think it'd be one of the first things they add to the compendium, but they haven't really. They've only really added facility events. It's kind of strange. Yeah, her rerun came with her Spiral and Ranzel Spiral. Ranzel Spiral was good. Honestly, it made him like pretty good as a. I don't know. I mostly use Ranzel for auto anyway, but. Nowadays, like, do other things. They just started adding raid events to the compendium. I mean, the only raid events we have so far are the story-relevant ones, right? Fractured Futures, Forgotten Truths. Imagine your free version being better than your Gala at the time. Was Gala Ranzel really that bad? No, he was pretty bad, yeah. He was pretty bad. But, yeah. I mean, like, get the Damascus and you get a 0.1% boost. I think my Champions Testaments, I feel like it's not really worth it. How many Champions Testaments do I have? 9? I think I want to hoard a few more. Because I don't know what the hell... I don't know what I'm going to be doing when Twins Time Attack comes around. I might be doing some weird shit again. Yeah, Granzel back then was outclassed by all the other wind swords. Yeah. 2.0 fixed him, finally. I mean, I guess the potency stuff, right? Otherwise. Either way. Is anyone up for burning some wings on Morsayati? We've been talking for a while. Like, I've not done a whole lot of actual playing the game in the meantime. We'll open up a Morsayati room and just do something while we chat shit, I guess. Yeah. Shipment already fixed him, but then they gave him a Spiral. I mean, the Spirals for Gala units were fairly low key, right? Because, like, if we imagine, you know, if we think about what Spirals were initially used for, like rebalancing units. Excuse me, I was waiting on your speed clear of Legend Ayaha Otaha. But that's effort. What even... By speed clear, are you referring to like the sub 3 minute clears? With like Lapis and Mascular and God knows what else? The winner so far of Trials of the Mighty Spirals is Summer Verica. She's so stacked it's kind of unfair. Yeah, she is pretty stacked. Her Spiral's pretty good too. In regards to other Spirals, I think we're waiting on Gala Laxi Spiral tomorrow. as well, I believe. After that, Nurse Elite and Gelly. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with Gelly Spiral. It seems pretty interesting. Her Spiral's out? Yeah, but there's other things. Oh, wait, yeah, it is out. Agni is out. Agni was released today, wasn't it? No, it's Galaxy today. I don't know, man. I'm playing from the past. Let's ignore that. I don't know, man. Ever since not really making as many YouTube videos, I have started to fall behind in what happens. Bad player? Yeah, that's fine. Uninstall. Woo. Did have an idea for some YouTube videos you make? A list of adventures or something people should focus on? Doesn't that kind of sound like a tier list? I do believe... I don't know. When they start like Hope and stuff, I feel like it kind of sounds like a tier list, which people seem to really dislike. Reroll guide already out there. Yeah. And like, the reason to do that is if I think the existing videos for it aren't comprehensive enough. And is it just me, or is that water effect on Karina's axe like in the wrong place? It's like spinning around just one half of the axe instead of the whole thing. Weird. Main chord got that covered. I think Orthodox actually also handles that kind of stuff really well as well. I think Orthodox and Dragalia Foundry, I think they do cover the early player experience pretty well already, which is like why I haven't really branched out into it. Foundry reroll guide is outdated. Did he? Is it? I thought Foundry made one for 2. With the new reroll mechanics. I'm not entirely sure, actually. And now it's out. Wait, it's already outdated? What's changed? Are we not still recommending? Are we still not recommending Mars and Mib and stuff? With the updated reroll pool. They updated the reroll pool? I don't know how I got hit by that. But yeah, when it comes to YouTube content, I do kind of dislike making content that's already there, because I feel like there's some sort of subtle suggestion that the existing content that covers those subjects already aren't good enough. Which, you know, to be fair, to be entirely frank, that is exactly the reason why I started doing no fluff analysis. You know the sort of like the classic thing where like if you dislike something, just do it yourself? That is exactly the reason why I started doing no fluff analysis. Because everyone kept on fucking... I don't know. People that have viewed the streams already, like, you know, have heard me talk about this stuff already, they know that the reason I started is because some YouTuber couldn't stop fucking talking about Annalise stuffed animals on her belt. Which I was like, this is fucking dumb. Let's actually make videos that talk about the units instead of their appearances. But nowadays, like, most people the people that still continue to make content are fairly factual about things. They update it with every version update? Wait, so what's with the reroll pool? What's unique about the reroll pool that is different about the standard? You know, I assume it's just whatever's available in Gala at the time, unless it's something like Gala Mascula is not available, that kind of thing. Like, I'd assume every unit, barring like the most recent ones, are available. And thus the implication would be that, like, you know, anything that is new? has to be better than what's currently in the pool for it to warrant changing what you recommend. It's always behind, but it's updated often. I mean, the main reason why you go like update it is because you know, something new got added to the pool that makes you no longer recommend Mim and Mars, which I'm not entirely sure if that's the case. Mim, Mars, Grace, is there something we want to change in terms of those recommendations? Because that's the only reason you say it's outdated, right? It'd be because you'd no longer recommend that subset of characters. Well, to be fair, I've not actually watched any of those reroll guides because, well, it's not really relevant to me. The only reason I'd really watch it is like if you think I'm doing, I don't know, market research, figuring out if I should make my own tier list or, you know, reroll recommendations for people. You know, news alert. Hot take. I'm really fucking lazy when it comes to making content. You know, making the fluff analysis videos whenever new characters got released already ate up enough of my time, so like spending extra time on like, you know, other more helpful guide videos besides fight guides wasn't really on my radar. Light's only skill damage is Arsene. Dear. I mean, it's not really necessary as well. So that's why when Gala Jan was added, she was shot up to the top of recommended dragons. Gala Leon as well. Okay. So yeah, Gala Leon. Yeah, I would recommend him as well. He's pretty damn good. Crossbow Panic. Drop this here. Nobody's here to take advantage of this. I'm mostly just mashing this. Okay. This is it, right? Bam. I just noticed, I think that sword actually added 1 to the combo counter. Curious. Mostly boils down to what content you want to be easier down the road. In which case, you know, with Gala Leon being both good for Legend Volk and Yauda, then yeah. Does that mean that we want to update shit? Oh god, every time there's a boss fight you want to update that. Sounds like effort. I don't want to do it. Tier lists get old if they're irrelevant and repetitive. I mean, like, using repetitive to describe a tier list is curious, but I think the main thing is, you know, if they're relevant, right? If they're released constantly. I mean, define constantly, because if we want it to remain relevant, then we want to update it whenever there's changes, right? Nobody cares after a while. I mean, that's just your own personal experience, I want to say, because like one player's need of tier lists is going to taper off over time as they learn to make, you know, judgments for themselves. Think of Watch Mojo, they have 8 million subs. Do they just make tier lists for shit, I assume? Only tier list I don't mind existing is Silka's list, since it separates Agito and Sindom and gives decent reasons why this unit is better than the other. Yeah. but doesn't downright say X unit is shit, don't use them. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of polarizing opinions on things are typically tinged with bias, I feel like. But their videos barely get more than 10,000 views anymore. I mean, I think that's just a symptom of, like, whatever, like, it might just be making content that people are no longer interested in. Because, like, it's not just the fact that they're making tier lists, but if they're making tier lists for a dead game, like Dragalia Lost, then it might fall off. Some communities outgrow tier lists. People outgrow tier lists. That's why you say that, like, if they get repetitive, then they stop being useful. Well, it might be because you personally don't need tier lists anymore. But if it's content from, like, Watch Mojo, you say, for example, I don't know who that is. It might just be that, like, you know, if they're releasing tier lists for a bunch of shit, those videos are only ever going to be relevant for a very small proportion of their audience, right? The relevant tier list is SS tier list. I think, yeah, I mean, like, that sort of ties into the whole reroll guide, right? Go back to old JP DL tier lists. Glio OP. I never really dove too deep into JP resources, if I remember correctly. Dark Times. Yeah, I never farmed Zodiac enough when it was relevant, so I ended up trying to get into... I had Glio. I tried to get into High Jupiter with, I believe, Void Weapon Glio. It didn't go well. It went pretty poorly. And yeah, that was me done with endgame stuff on DR4 a while ago. But Screen Rant, ViniTube. It's a team of people posting on one channel. That kind of screws things a bit. Because, like, if the content matter of your videos is too diverse, then what happens is that YouTube ends up recommending your videos to people that might not be interested in it. Like, say, for example, if you're releasing tier lists for, like, 7 games, and you're making content for 7 games, you're gonna develop audiences that only watch you for that subsection of your content. I mean, it's great for farming a bunch of subscribers, but, in terms of overall, click-through rate, you're going to suffer. Because, like, you're going to end up showing those videos to other subs, too. And they're not going to care about half of the content you make if they're only there for one of the games. They make stuff for general media, games, movies, and stuff. Like, if you want to keep it relevant to a majority of people, you got to keep it vague as well, I believe. Roblox content is what we need. Fuck, whoa, oh my god, I just like had a brief like thought, like, what if I did no fluff analysis videos on Roblox servers? But no, I don't play Roblox. Plus, most kids just want hype anyway. Buy me Robux. I mean, honestly, like, making Roblox games might be a nice way of just exercising programming skills. That would be interesting. Do you know A Hat in Time? That's a... Is that a platformer game? Indie platformer. There's a kid setting that just non-stop plays videos for kids and it chains them up for hours. Wait, hold on. Kid setting on YouTube? It's an easy view farm and there's a ton of plagiarized and bootleg stuff on YouTube. There's a bunch of really weird stuff on YouTube there. There's a bunch of really weird stuff on YouTube. I mean, like, I get that it alleviates the amount of effort you need to put into keeping your kids busy. But I'd be wary of the potential adverse effects of training, because you're basically training those kids to only get like dopamine from the constant engagement of video content, right? Those kids are never going to be able to appreciate going out and like fucking walking in a field or a forest or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's mind-numbing, honestly. Yeah, I think that's a good way of describing it. Honestly, you become dead to anything less engaging, which, you know, considering that YouTube videos have to be engineered to be ridiculously engaging, then real life just starts to pale in comparison. It's not engaging. To an extent. It depends on the kind of videos you watch. But YouTube Kids, Hey Zedo, who's the K artist in the background? The current song is What About You by, I believe, Alien Ravi? Ravi from Vix? But, yeah. It's sung, and a little thing appears above you. What, above you? Above me. What about you, Ravi? But, you know, stars. Ali as well? Fun times. From our point of view, isn't, but to the kids. I mean, to the kids, all you need is, like, bright colors, spoken, some, like, narration as well, I think, and that mostly keeps my nephew busy. What does my nephew watch? I think my nephew watches a lot of, like, kid shows. My nephew really likes watching alphabet videos. I feel like kids should watch things with a narrative. To an extent. Peppa Pig's terrible. Peppa Pig is terrible for kids. Teaches them to be little shits. God. Don't trust Peppa Pig to parent your kids. Kylie is the worst. By the way, have I missed the summoning? I don't think we hit 20 contributors. Yeah, we're at 16 out of 20, so we're probably not going to be summoning on stream. But we'll see. Callie is literally cancer. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't watch the show myself, but I never hear good things about some of the characters there. And like... Zeno shitting on Peppa, it's on. Man. My nephew's watching Arthur. Arthur... I think it has slightly more nuance to it. I think Arthur does have a bit more nuance to it. But I think it's also for slightly older kids. It's not for like... I don't think it's for like... toddlers, for example. I think Arthur is more aimed at like... You know... Actually, it depends on what you classify as a toddler, but... I think Arthur, I'd say, is for like kids between the age of like 5 to 11, possibly. Peppa Pig was banned in China. I think that's a good thing, honestly. She was banned because she was too much of a baddie. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. I want to see something amazing. I am scared. My friend Peppa Pig announcement trailer for PS4 on stream too, please. Alright, I'll humor you. Okay. We paused the music. I'm concerned. I'm also concerned. But let's see where this... volume. We'll see where this brings us.
Hello, I'm Peppa Pig. Would you like to be my friend?
Peppa cannot wait to tell everyone her news.
Mummy, Daddy, George!
Hello, Peppa.
Hello, Peppa.
I'm so excited.
Why is that, Peppa?
I'm going to meet my new friend.
A new friend?
Yes,
And who might this new friend be?
I don't know. They're new, silly.
What the fuck?
I'm going to show them Snowy Mountain, the beach, everything. Even Potato City.
Peppa is excited to play with her new friend and explore all the brilliant places in her world.
Why is she
That's a good
rubbing? Oh no,
idea,
that's a
Peppa.
dance, right?
Daddy.
Okay, it's perspective because it's 2D, but I thought she was just straight up just rubbing
When
her
is your new
belly
friend coming to play,
repetitively.
Peppa?
Very soon.
Oh my
I
god.
can't wait to play with them. Dinosaur.
It looks
Yes,
like Mr.
dinosaur.
Dinosaur wants to play with Peppa's new friend too.
Nobody does that. Okay, I pause the video before you see my Gencast recommendations. What am I supposed to think? Also, it has a surprising amount of dislikes. Teaching kids how to be kids is the absolute worst because they behave that way for longer than they should. Depends on what your definition of should is, to be fair. Like, I'm all for allowing kids to, you know, enjoy their childhood for as long as possible. Because frankly, like, with my upbringing, I probably didn't really have much of a chance to have a childhood. But, you know, that is part and parcel of the East Asian upbringing and growing up in the West, I think. I think I started working at my parents' restaurants at like the age of 10, 11? Yeah, you know, that's kind of besides the point. I don't know. Everyone has their own decisions. Thoughts? If you don't let kids be kids, it messes them up in the long run. Yeah. I mean, like, definition of a childhood is different generation to generation. I mean, like, I think you want to provide people with the freedom to be free from responsibilities for at least until the age of like 10 to 11. Like, I've personally found that, like, you know, sort of like the restriction of freedoms too early on and like too many responsibilities early on can, you know, lead to a sense of resentment, that kind of thing. Peppa Pig doesn't help that. Constant entertainment is not a childhood. I think I think the most important thing is like opportunities to learn, explore, and like sort of explore your interests, that kind of thing, I think is the important part. Yeah, Peppa Pig is not going to expand your interests a whole lot. But as for me, I believe I was washing dishes by the age of 9. Taking orders for restaurants at the age of like 10, 11. You know, it's my reality. It's the kind of thing that I was used to, but you know, what's normal to one person is broken childhood to another. But, you know, how do I say it? I think you grow into your situation is the best way of putting things. But anyway, I think we've actually reached the 2-hour mark on the stream. But in the meantime, I want to do the new trials, actually. I need to figure out what's going on here. So, units are... I should build a team for this, right? Peppa just sucks from any way you look at it. Yeah, I think the problem with shows is that a lot of them, if the narrative isn't, I think you want to carefully sort of like, I think you do want to view the narrative of children's shows with a critical eye, because like if you show characters acting out and show that it gets them their way, then like you can inadvertently teach kids to you know, copycat that behavior, which I think is what people complain about with Kailu, right? In Peppa Pig, right? He's a little shit, but like people appease him, something like that. I think that's the issue. Like Kailu teaches kids to be little shits, that kind of thing. Weapon type. Oh dear God. Teaches kids to whine. Hmm. Oh, I get to run Yoshi. Or do we run Lapis? It's a DPS check, right? Agni. I think Agni. Does Agni stun? Should I be running a stun resist character? What does Yoshi have? Stun resist. This is fine. No afflictions here? Oh. Just hit him till he dies. Alright. Kids with fake crying is the most BS thing that was invented. Oh yeah, he can be bogged. Who do I have here that bogs? Oh, I guess shared skills would do that. Freeze once she's Somerset RSS. Yeah. I want to be spicy and use Dragon Yule Lily. As for the other units, let's use... Oh. Oh, he applies Nihility, right? Okay, so... Toasty has like a 20-second clear in co-op, 3 Fjorms and an Ellie? Well, I guess... Wait, Ellie? I thought he applies Nihility. I thought it was like right at the start as well, so like even freeze? Oh, before it goes out? I thought it was sooner than that, but okay. In which case... Do I run two? I don't have a second mana caster. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have the high dragon trial one. Guess I can run a bow. It's not the end of the world. So run these. Oh, Laranoa's pretty flurry heavy though, isn't she? Do I have any other water bows? Nope. Dragon Yule Farrier is at 40 MC. I'm not spiraling her. Not spiraling her? 50 MCing her for this. You can frostbite it a lot. I have Fjorm. Guess she'll do it. We'll see how this goes. Name Origins, I played MMOs and all my characters were a color Emon, like a Pokemon. Laser Lemon's origin story. I'm gonna run Siren here. And Leviathan on the Lily. And now we actually gotta do stuff that makes sense here. I keep swipe typing flirty instead of flurry. Flurry strength here. I guess we do Frostbite Punisher? Otherwise, mana cast crit. We do crit damage. And for the final one, I'm unsure. Skill haste. Skill haste, I guess. That works. There's a water specific one. We use that. Not sure if I asked, or maybe a silly question on my part. How do you get your Viking count up? So the Viking count up goes up whenever somebody signs up with the affiliate link from typing !Vikings. You complete the tutorial, and tutorial actually super quick, takes like 5 minutes. If you completely go like mind blank, don't even read the text, then like it's like 3 minutes. Oh. Yashi Angel? There's an H there, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but Yashi, thank you for the 100 bits. It's much appreciated. Yeah, Eclipse Cosplay, welcome to the stream. I think today we're just going through Agni's trial, and to be fair, I honestly don't have too much of an incentive to like blast through this, because I don't even have Galalaxy myself. May as well just go crit damage on Fjorm again. Frostbitten Punisher. HP Strength Print. And hell, more skill haste, because why not? Bows are a bit better because they've got they have the option of running the weapon specific crit print, which is always nice. Still gonna do Frostbitten Punisher here, but we're gonna do Flurry Strength for a bow, and we're also gonna do, I guess let's just use crit damage in the 5th slot. I'm being fairly lazy here, but you know, there's not a huge incentive to think too deeply when we're doing this content, because it is still fairly accessible. As long as you do things fairly properly with this, then it's not too bad. Strength, I don't know if we still go with buff skill time. It's just over damage, right? Maybe just go recovery potency. I don't know what else you want to run on. We'll just skill haste here. And I don't know what else. It's just crit damage here. Do you have another? I'm just going to run another strength print because we can. Let's get that 20% strength. Beck, how's it going? Sniper, you just missed Zeno's shit posting about Pepega Pig. Shit posting implies that I actually posted anything anywhere. I was just chatting shit about Peppa Pig. Yeah, Iashi is fine. That's good to know. Galaluka's next. Oh, I do have Galaluka, so I'll probably end up saving stuff for him. But we do the bog here. And there's probably no need for Dispel, but I don't know what else to run here. Same. Bent neck. Yeah, you can save 3 chests and then do 1 chest from then on. That's also an option, yeah. But we hold on to the bog when until it's relevant, and then we bust through this. And then I guess we can run through the different iterations in co-op as well and get the Wormite out of those. Agni's trial. Oh, that gets applied pretty quickly. Fjorm still froze though. Okay. I can't see. There we go. I want to save the bog for until break. Right, I have this attack speed buff. Oh. Oh, you apply that pretty often. Is this on me? Yep. Ah, that attacks instead of dodging. Very nice. Oh, what is this? Oh god. Okay, I almost got hit by that. He resisted the bog. God, it's time attack all over again. Oh god, send help. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck, I've got fucking, like... Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no, that brings back bad feelings. Oh, god. Oh, just see that white resist text just... feels bad. Never again. Is that on me again? Is it not on the furthest target? Ah. Yeah, let's try and bog him again. Or he overdrove. Oh, never mind then. Guess we'll never know. I don't think I saw the resist tag, so it must have applied and then instantly gotten wiped, which is fabulous. God. Hit him until he dies. Bug. Ah, it's white resist tag, so it never applied. God, just like time attack. Every time Xeno doesn't see through dodge the G side rotation, take a shot. Oh Jesus, I'll be giving you guys liver damage. Some of the things think to myself as I brush my niece's head that I can cut a bit of this and donate to shits. It'll be longer than any of his own hair. Oh my god, Kudo. Is your stream gonna be okay? Isn't this song on a DMCA? I'll only get slapped if I get hit by a live DMCA. I'm using VOD track stuff at the moment, so it doesn't get saved to the VOD. The VOD won't get muted. So if you go to stream and like, actually, I'll see if I can demonstrate. If I go to Twitch and we go to my channel, we go to videos, and we click this. I believe it shows you, that brings back the VOD, right? As soon as the glowing buttons stop, but there's no music here. Pretty much free to go. So like nothing gets saved to the VOD in terms of music because of the way that I've got my audio split and prison. So I won't get DMCA'd post stream, but yeah, if I get hit by a live DMCA, which I've not heard of anyone getting hit by, yeah, then I'm screwed. Basically, how does that even work? Yeah. I can show you. So we go to OBS and we go to settings. What happens is that you have a separate audio source, in which case I've got a USB audio source and a 3.5mm audio source that both feed into a little box that's like by my feet at the moment, which I guess I could show you guys. Actually, I don't know if my cables are long enough. Yeah, I don't think I can bring it above my desk, but there's a little USB mixer underneath my desk at the moment that's got two inputs, 3.5mm and USB, and those show up as different audio devices, right? If you open up my audio devices, I've got the USB input, we've got my 3.5mm input, and this is my graphics card's HDMI output, which doesn't really get used. But yeah, those are two different devices, and when I set my audio here, I've got different audio tracks. I tell Stream to listen to track 3, but I tell Twitch that I only want track 4 saved to the VOD. What happens here is that you can see that desktop audio 2 is my music, desktop audio 1 is everything else, And if we go to advanced audio properties, we can see which audio tracks everything gets saved to. So everything except desktop audio 2 goes to 4, right? DL stream overlay is a browser source. I don't think I actually use that, so it's completely irrelevant. But basically, everything that gets sent to 4 gets saved to VOD. Desktop audio 2 is my music. It does get saved to VOD. Fun times. The only thing I'm vulnerable to is live DMCA, but I've still not heard of that happening. So fingers crossed, doesn't happen for a while. But when that does start happening, then yeah, I'll probably take that song and quite a lot of songs off my stream playlist. I'll probably have to go back to using stream beats. But in the meantime, Galalaxi's convictions and devotions, I will have no use for them because I don't have Galalaxi. I think live DMCA is not something that can happen, but not often. Yeah, I mean, it requires, I think it requires quite a lot of resources. So, I feel like my channel... So what songs are 100% safe on streams? Songs that are safe on stream are those that their licensing allows them to be played by anyone on live broadcasts and saved content, which is, to be fair, quite a small set of songs. No copyright sounds, that kind of stuff. Basically, as long as they don't have bots scouring Twitch VODs, then you're good. But yeah, a lot of large record labels do in fact have VODs scanning VODs for basically fingerprints of their tracks. Play no copyright sounds with distortion, pretty much. Amazon was releasing music for streamers to play. That also works, I guess. So long as they're they don't actually get hit by DMCA stuff, then it works. But it has a side effect of meaning that a lot of the music that streamers can play at the moment are not really sort of chart stuff, basically. Twitch music for streaming is only for streaming? Yeah. They also, the Twitch music for streaming, the Twitch music option, I believe, they're not allowed to save it to their VOD. Someone got hit by a DMCA strike because they did. But, it was in instructions. And I guess it just told everyone that they couldn't read. I don't know. Funny how that works. Anyway, do you guys mind blowing through the different co-ops with me as well? I'll get some wormite out of this. But yeah, broadcasting rights are different from video rights or something. Yes, that is the case. I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom while this lobby hopefully fills. I'll be right back.
我が槍さばきとくと見よう。我が槍さばきとくと見よう。我が槍さばきとくと見よう。
Woo. Anyway, we're good. Yeah, people joining. What else is there? What was I talking about? DMCA stuff? Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like the simple solution to this would just be like Twitch to get like a site-wide broadcasting license with big labels. But I don't know. I think before Twitch was acquired by Amazon, I think it bled money. It might still be the case, honestly. Wouldn't surprise me if they're like, if they were just like, wouldn't be worth it for Twitch. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, I'll open the last slot to pubs. Although I might end up having to go healer, in which case, like, I'll just quickly swap to Lily here just in case. Let's run Bog. Or do we run Freeze? How about Bog and Freeze? Twitch barely makes its own stuff for streamers. Yeah, Twitch, I think, it's not given a lot of love when it comes to, resources. Just sing a Cardi B song, but every third word you say wide Mia. Maybe? I don't even listen to Cardi B. God, this brain is K-pop infected, it's terrible. Time for Wake to bog. Does Wake bog? Really? Well, so that freeze happens really soon. Is it really possible to freeze him before that goes out? Wait. I don't have Nihility applied. Wait, oh, this is standard. That's why. This is standard, that's why. That's why things are easy. Right. Oh my god. Wake gets more bog chance when he's at full hit points. Huh. No fancy skin on Lily? Is this supposed to be? What options are there? Or are you just talking about the fact that I don't have the, like, Agita effects on her? No water fart effect, bad player. I don't think I've actually... I don't know if I've unlocked any water effects, honestly. I think I've just been sitting on the materials. My toxic era. Oh my god, Angie. Alright, next up. Expert. Because we're cool like that, I guess. Becoming the villain, like I said. Man, I don't get to raid Mekaf after this, it's very sad. Next I'll let you guys die in Asura. Angie, please. Then spam I don't know sticker. Ooh, that's the spicy bit. 100% toxicity. Oh Jesus. Thanks for spelling Isaac correctly. I'm typically okay with spelling. How else do you how have you seen Isaac spelled? Do you miss your Metcalf half? I think that, like the abused Metcalf raids, honestly, I think they do build up the community. What's wrong with how I say Isaacs? Zeno? Yes? Yes, Angie? Just means we bully him more. That is a good point. Sounds like an Apple product, Isaacs. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, like, at least I'll still share Saturday with him in terms of stream days. I think our Fjorm disconnected? Or they're just AFK? I don't. Right? I can't tell. No. Oh, that's a bad place to put the meteors, huh? And by meteors, I mean meatballs. Let's freeze him again. Actually, I don't think we can freeze again. Oh, we got a Leviathan bug. Freaking ingredient. Okay. Oh, did my dragon skill miss? Metcalf might do secret streams next week for E3. He doesn't want to admit it, but he wants to. When is E3? Wasn't Metcalf saying that like E3 overlaps with his like announced stream schedule anyway? So like it doesn't matter? E3 2021. Saturday to Tuesday. Oh, I mean it depends, like, because Saturday, Sunday, I believe he said he'll stream. So like the only days there are like Monday and Tuesday. And to be fair, like I don't think anyone streams the entirety of E3. That makes for a very I don't feel like Metcalf's the type of streamer to do that. I'm not too sure. Wake at full hit points can bog with 220%? That's actually pretty nuts. Never realized that was the case. Man, I'd sure love to have 200% bog chance for time attack. Send help. God. Let's see, things that I'm kind of excited about in terms of like future game releases. There was the Battlefield 2042 trailer released today. It's pretty fun, pretty interesting, pretty hype. I did play 2142 when it was a thing many years ago. And I'm kind of ready to like stop playing Battlefield 1 and well, it's mostly been Battlefield 1 I've been playing recently because it's the one that got a bit less weird compared to 5. But you know, the whole guns are inaccurate because I don't know, the whole guns are inaccurate thing I've kind of had enough of. But Xeno DN? What? This fight makes me come up with interesting co-abilities. There's only so many co-abilities you can slot in there, right? There's only so many. D's nuts. Oh my fucking god, Angie. When is Xeno gonna wear his dress? I have a dress? Angie. You do? I wasn't, if I do, I wasn't aware. Yeah. Oh, there's the bog. Xeno's actually Magical Girl by Moonlight. Oh, that's bad. Okay, that doesn't actually hit that hard, surprisingly. Ah, Wake ended up getting that. That is pain. Wait, again? Oh dear, that's not good. I am dying. Okay, he's pretty beefy in co-op. We have another bog. No, let me cancel this final hit. Oh, never mind, there goes. Can I bog again? Nope, it's yellow. Sad times. Ooh, Fjorm is not a happy camper. Right. Let's get the gifts. Stupendous strength for 100% strength. Oh, he's doing that thing again at the top. Oh, we're running out of time. Time to go Ango Bango. Oh. Let's hope that was enough. Aha. Okay. Xeno, read my DMs? Wait, you DM'd me? Oh. Discord? Discord. What are those DMs? Why are you shitposting in my DMs, Kudo? I'll only bog on breaks since I can bog them twice. Yeah. Sub-optimizations. Is your Laxi 57MC yet? It's bold of you to assume I have a Laxi and I don't get Fjorm's S2. Fjorm's S2 is she stands still and then jumps and does damage. If she takes any damage during the standstill phase, she does extra damage. Based on how much damage she takes. And she heals for a portion of the damage she deals at the end. That's about it. What dagger do you play in Windhalf of Yauda? Oh, I play not. Oh, do you mean the start? Halloween Lowen. He's a dagger, right? Leak DMs. Okay. But yeah, I don't know, man. Kudo DMs there. There's something special. With that said, though, we have reached 3 hours almost. It's about end to like wrap up the stream. Today's been good. We didn't quite reach 20 Vikings signed up, but 16's pretty good, honestly. That is at least 2 of the goals that they set. So it's not too bad. Yeah. Decent number of Vikings, you know, every little bit supports the stream. You know, helps a lot. And I guess with this sponsorship, we can actually kind of like fund shitposty videos. Well, not shitposty videos, but just polls that I otherwise shouldn't do, like Isaac, for example. But yeah, what am I doing now? I don't know, I guess we find someone to raid? To raid shits? I think we raid shits. Let me just double check that he's not, like, upskirting people. Oh. Battlefield 2042 ads. Oh, that's over pretty soon. But yeah, he's doing Counterside stuff. Counterside, new-ish gacha, Korean produced. Sort of somewhat similar to... How to say it? I think it's somewhat similar to, what was it, Blue Archive? Is he sleeping? No, he's here. He's here. Next stream we take Xeno into content, throw then blame him. Is he sleeping like last time? Oh no, this isn't Obi, this is shits. But yeah, no, god, fucking raiding Obi while he was taking a nap? Never again. I can at least see shits on camera this time. Oh my god. God, that fucking Obi raid was ridiculous. Never again. Yeah. You know, we'll be streaming again on Saturday, 1:30 PM PST. And until then, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll check you guys out. No, I won't be doing that, but I'll see you guys in Simon's stream. Till then.